On August 20th, 2025, the world bid farewell to Judge Frank Caprio, who passed away at the age of 88 after a long battle with pancreatic cancer. His death marked the end of a remarkable life devoted to public service, law, and community. Widely known as the longtime chief judge of the Providence Municipal Court and internationally recognized through the television program Caught in Providence, Caprio's career left a profound mark not only in Rhode Island, but across the globe. Frank Caprio was born on November 24, 1936, in Providence, Rhode Island. He was the son of Italian immigrants who settled in the city and built their lives through hard work and perseverance. After completing his early education in Providence, he pursued higher studies at Providence College, graduating with distinction. He later attended Suffolk University School of Law in Boston, where he earned his law degree while simultaneously working to support his family. His legal education laid the foundation for a career that would span teaching, politics, and decades of judicial service. In the early years of his professional life, Caprio worked as a teacher of American government at Hope High School in Providence. At the same time, he began building his career as a practicing attorney. His dedication to civic duty soon led him into politics, where he was elected to the Providence City Council in the 1960s. During his tenure on the council, he became known for his integrity, his focus on community needs, and his ability to connect with people across social and economic divides. In 1985, Frank Caprio was appointed Chief Judge of the Providence Municipal Court. He would hold this position until his retirement in 2023, making him one of the longest-serving judges in the city's history. His courtroom was responsible for handling matters such as parking tickets, traffic violations, and minor infractions, cases often regarded as routine and unremarkable. Yet under Caprio's leadership, these proceedings became a stage for an extraordinary demonstration of fairness, dignity, and compassion. What distinguished Judge Caprio from many others in similar positions was his judicial philosophy. He believed firmly in the rule of law, but he also recognized the human circumstances behind every case. His approach was rooted in listening carefully, giving individuals the chance to explain themselves, and applying the law with fairness that considered both justice and mercy. For him, the law was not just about punishment, it was about balance. He saw his role as an opportunity to uphold the law while ensuring that ordinary citizens felt respected and understood. His courtroom became known worldwide through the television program Caught in Providence. Originally a local broadcast, the show began documenting real cases as they unfolded before him. What set it apart was not the legal technicalities, but the judge's demeanor, calm, kind, and genuinely interested in the stories of the people who stood before him. Clips from the program spread across social media, turning Judge Caprio into an international figure admired for his compassionate rulings and straightforward wisdom. Millions of viewers from different countries came to know him as the kindest judge in the world. His fame was never something he sought. He consistently emphasized that he was simply doing his job, guided by principles of fairness and respect. Yet the impact of his work went beyond entertainment or viral clips. In a time when trust in public institutions often seemed to decline, Judge Caprio reminded people of the possibility of justice that was not only lawful, but humane. He demonstrated that authority need not be harsh to be effective, and that kindness, when exercised within the law, reinforces rather than weakens its authority. Beyond his courtroom duties, Caprio was deeply committed to civic engagement and philanthropy. He established scholarships to support education, served on various community boards, and contributed to initiatives that provided opportunities for underprivileged youth. He supported food banks and charitable causes in Rhode Island, reflecting his lifelong dedication to community service. These contributions reinforced his belief that justice extended beyond legal rulings and into the broader responsibilities of social equity and opportunity. Judge Caprio's long service came to a formal close in January 2023 when he announced his retirement. He had served nearly 4 decades on the municipal bench, presiding over thousands of cases and setting a standard for judicial conduct that emphasized respect and dignity for all. His retirement marked the end of an era in Providence, though his influence continued through the countless recordings and memories of his work. Only months after his retirement, in December 2023, Judge Caprio publicly revealed that he had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. His announcement was received with shock and sadness by his admirers around the world. In his message, he asked for prayers, displaying the same humility and openness that had characterized his career. He later shared updates as he underwent treatment, even ringing the bell after completing a round of radiation therapy. His honesty about his illness inspired many who were facing similar struggles. He remained a figure of hope, even in his most challenging moments. By mid-2025, however, his condition worsened. In one of his final public messages, he again asked for the prayers of those who had supported him throughout his journey. His death, on August 20th, 2025, marked the end of a life that had touched millions. Tributes to Judge Caprio poured in from across the world. Political leaders praised his decades of service. Colleagues in the legal field highlighted his integrity and humanity. But perhaps most telling were the messages from ordinary citizens, people who had never met him in person, but felt deeply connected to him through his work. Many shared stories of how his courtroom videos had changed the way they thought about justice, or how his example had encouraged them to treat others with greater kindness. His influence reached far beyond Rhode Island, transcending borders and cultures. At home, he was remembered first and foremost as a family man. He and his wife of nearly 60 years, Joyce, built a family that included children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. For them, his legacy was not only the public one, but also the private life of love, support, and guidance he provided. Judge Frank Caprio's legacy is defined not by landmark legal precedents or controversial rulings, but by the consistency of his character. He showed that even in the smallest of cases, involving a traffic fine or a parking ticket, the principle of respect for human dignity could be upheld. He demonstrated that compassion and justice were not opposing forces, but complementary ones. His life stands as proof that fairness in public service can earn both respect and affection. His death at the age of 88, following his battle with pancreatic cancer, represents a profound loss. Yet the lessons of his life remain enduring. He proved that the application of law can be both firm and humane, that authority can coexist with understanding, and that the role of a judge extends beyond decisions into the shaping of community. Trust. As the world remembers Judge Caprio, his example continues to resonate. His courtroom may no longer be active, but his voice remains present through the countless videos and testimonies that captured his work. More importantly, his philosophy of justice, anchored in fairness, tempered by compassion, and guided by humanity, remains a lasting instruction for those who follow in his path. Judge Frank Caprio's life was dedicated to service. His career embodied the ideals of integrity, empathy, and fairness. His death leaves a gap that cannot be filled, but his legacy will endure through the lives he touched and the example he set. For generations to come, his name will remain synonymous with a kind of justice that never loses sight of humanity.